What's up, soil brothers and soil sisters? Y'all, we are back. Today is Sunday, midday Sunday, and I decided why not go live and chat with our very own Andale Homestead about self healing and what you can do to heal yourself. So I'm gonna bring Andale up and we'll get started, but we'll give y'all a few minutes to come in the room and click that thumbs up for us. I was
Hi.
going to say good morning.
Good. Well, yeah, it's good afternoon here, and good afternoon at your place too. We're both on the right side of the time zone.
Yes, it is 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I
Yeah,
was thinking morning, but it's definitely not morning. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. I mean, it's really amazing, but I really am doing great. And
Good.
it's all thanks to your inventions and my inventions and the good Lord that put all these things on the earth where I'm learning through his guidance. I'm learning to be able to utilize what he's already put on this earth for us.
That's right. And that's right. That's part of the purpose in this conversation again today. I think is important for us to keep having these conversations, but we did have a conversation a few days ago about that.
Hmm.
Maybe a week or two ago, but
Yeah,
I think it's important to keep conversating about this because it's important for us to know that this is where we should be in life. Trusting God and using His medicines to heal ourselves. That
that's
doesn't mean don't go to the doctor, to see about yourself, but definitely come home, do your research, and heal yourself because we're the only ones that can heal ourselves, long as we trust in God, right?
that's right. Well, I mean, we know our bodies better than the doctors do. And um, at the same time, I still go to my doctor's appointments. I
Yeah,
still get everything checked. I mean, I'm trying to work in tandem with them. Hey, Jesse, I'm trying to work in tandem with these doctors, but it's really wonderful to be able to know that I'm using something that was created by my father to be able to actually work in our bodies.
that's
And
right.
it's just been amazing. It's been wonderful.
So I know the other day we were live. I don't know what day it was, but the question kept coming up about arthritis and thyroids and different things. And I said, well, Bobby said, well, let's let Andell come on and tell us her issues and give us her testimony on how she has healed herself. Because I was saying, Andell called me at 8 o'clock in the morning. And I'm at
And it
first I was looking at
wasn't
the phone like it was a scary movie. I was like, Andell, hello? And you were like, hey, and I'm like, okay, it's 8 o'clock in the morning.
it
Um,
is.
I was
I
like,
had already been
you
up and going.
okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were like, oh yeah, I'm fine. And I'm just like, wait a minute. Because it was days I would call you at 10 o'clock.
Hmm.
You would be like, oh, I'm getting up, I'm okay. I
Yeah.
need to get my coffee and get going. But man, life has really changed for you. And I'm happy to hear this, Andale Homestead, because I'm used to you taking, even today I said, you need to take your old lady nap or what do you want to do?
Not today. I've got too much information and too many things going on, but I feel good. I don't feel like I am dragging every foot and that I can't possibly maneuver. There's a difference in my life from going, yeah, I'm not really an early riser, Scotty. I'm really
Yeah, not at
not.
all. That shocked me, but that let me know things are really good for you.
Are.
To see,
I spent an unproportionate time in bed because I was hurting all the time. I just hurt constantly. And anytime that you have, let's say you got a toothache or um, a bone ache or any of those types of things, anytime you have a constant or continuous pain, It wears you out.
It
I don't
does.
care how much you want to fight it and go up against it, it still makes you exhausted and it interrupts your sleep pattern and the whole 9 yards. And
It,
so
it actually rob you of your entire life.
it
And
does.
that's what I was saying. Hey, Vineyard Chicks. Um, I said that like a year ago. I was fighting for my life because I felt like, I allow this issue to rob me of my life, but not just me, but my husband also, because, he slowed down and took his time for me, which is what a husband should do, a wife should do for her husband or whoever going through it. But I felt like I can do better. And I was depending on my doctors at that time.
That's
So
right.
now, to be able to get up and move, and we just put a new rabbit tent up and I was squatting and
Woohoo!
moving. So that let me know that I'm reclaiming my life back, and it feels so good to be able to get out there and be able to help. But to see you, to talk to you and know that you were headed to um, the doctor for more steroids or for your injections. I remember for your infusions.
Yep.
I remember clearly Thanksgiving last year, you were saying, I'm trying to get in touch with these doctors
Yep.
um, because I have to have my infusion so I can enjoy Thanksgiving because I
That's
can't
right.
do that.
That's right.
And that was just a year ago.
I mean, at the time, I couldn't pick up a coffee cup. I couldn't write. What are you doing to make such a change? Linda, I have been using Black's Tropical Homestead's wild yam cream. Their wild yam cream, and it took a little while. I mean, for me, it only took about a week. But I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to give this a try because I've tried everything else. Every single person, all these things that are going on, these doctors have me going to one doctor to another doctor to another doctor, and all sorts of prescriptions, and one prescription on top of another that each one caused a different side effect. So I got another medication to fix that side effect. And I was sick and I was tired. And I said, this can't hurt. It's natural. It can't hurt. So I started using it. I used it on my thyroid right here. This used to be huge. It was much larger, much more swelling in my face. I said, look, do it before we went on today. I said, Cherie, I got this weird wrinkle stuff down here. She said, well, is that because the inflammation has gone down? Yeah, okay. Yep, that's exactly what's happened is the inflammation has gone down. But it's the wild yam cream from Black Tropical Homestead. I put it on my thyroid and I was using it twice a day. Now, her instructions are a little different than what I do because
Yeah,
I found myself using it on all kinds of things because it is a pain relief, even though it's not advertised as that. It would help so much in my arthritis. Oftentimes, your thyroid controls your immune system, and arthritis is generally rheumatoid arthritis and psoriatic arthritis, which is what I have, is generally from your immune system not working properly. So that's where I put it. And after about 4 or 5 days, I got up and I went, wow, I, I slept all night. What in the world? Okay, so all right, well, that might be a fluke. I went in the kitchen, and you naturally go to reach for a coffee pot or a cup. Yes, praise God the Father. Yes, He is a healer. We just need to learn how to use things that He says, here, kiddo, I got all this stuff on the earth for you.
that's
I,
right.
I just want to teach you how to do it. And so after about 4 or 5 days, I went walking after I slept all night. I went and picked up the coffee pot and poured coffee. Well, Worth had been coming in there pouring my coffee for me because I literally could not pick up. It would fall out of my hands. I could not pick up a coffee pot. And he said, wow, look at you. And I went, oh my gosh, that's right. I'm picking up a coffee pot. Who knew? And
Yeah.
so it has just progressed into giving me my life back. I am probably healthier today than I was 10 years ago. Um, I would say that
Yeah.
absolutely, that I can rest better. I have more energy. I'm beginning to shed a few pounds because the inflammation is going down. It just has been amazing. And there have been all kinds of other things. I don't know if you want me to tell them about the other stuff that this wild yam cream helped with.
Well, I mean, the important part is because your testimony, our testimonies can help so many people with different things. Like with the shingles, we had no clue that it would cure shingles. So whatever you want to share,
Okay,
and then we're gonna get into your products a little
good.
bit and talk about, we know that God is a healer, and we understand that He gave us everything to be healthy and heal our take care of ourselves and our family. We just got away from these things because we it's for convenience. It's convenient to run to the doctor and get these meds, but what we don't realize is how over time it's just breaking our body down. And all of a sudden one day your body can't take it no more.
That's right.
So we have to take the initiative to go back to the old ways and trust God and trust these herbs because they absolutely work. So for you to share your testimony, because so many people suffer with arthritis,
Yeah. Well, the thing is,
thyroid
yeah,
issues.
I just thought because I have Hashimoto's,
Mm-hmm.
there's several little things on my thyroid. You're glad that we're having these discussions. It is important to be able to share how we can help ourselves. And
And if y'all can be so kind to share this live out, whether you are, we are streaming to Andale Homestead, Facebook and YouTube, and same with Black's Tropical Homestead. So definitely share this live out because it can help someone that's going through it and sick of meds. These synthetic meds are not going to help us
no,
like we need and deserve help.
I realized that what I was taking, and I still have some medications.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've cut down on them, not unbeknownst to a number of people, but I have cut down on them just to see. I want to see how well my body does. And honestly, I thought, okay, Ian, you're 65. Although I'm looking at my mother's family that did fabulous up until their 90s and hardly had a skip in their step at all. I mean, they didn't have any kind of not serious health problems. And then I thought, well, my father's family, they all kind of died in their 60s. So maybe I'm coming close to that because it was so miserable to be able to feel so heavy and hurt so badly every single day. But to be able to use this wild yam cream, I mean, I'm going out here doing this kind of number. I'm back in my 50s again now, girl. I'm expecting 40s soon. I'm expecting my 65 to be the new 45. But
Keep rubbing, but twice a day,
I do. I do.
twice a day.
I put it wherever I want to, though, y'all. She's got instructions on various parts of your body, but I put it on wherever hurts. However, I did want to share with you as well. We had no clue, okay? My husband has been able to see the miraculous healing that has happened with the wild yam cream for me. And I came home from my daughter's house and I said, "How you doing?" He said, "Well, I'm okay, but I got this rash on my back." And he pulled up his shirt and he had blisters from the middle of his back all the way up to under his chest. I mean, big blisters. And that was, I keep thinking of the wrong name. What was it?
Shingles.
Shingles. He
He
had
had
shingles.
shingles.
I
Hmm.
looked it up, Googled it as shingles. Now, this was on a Sunday afternoon at like 4 o'clock. And so, in order to get help from the doctor's office, we would have had to go to the emergency room. There's no urgent care in our area. And it would have been my deductible. I don't know about y'all, but my deductible is $800. if you don't get admitted to the hospital. He said, I'm fine. I'm going to wait till the next day. I said, well, let's try some of this wild yam cream. It's supposed to help with inflammation, and you're certainly going to be hurting like crazy with that rash. It's going into your nerves and your muscles and things. And so I put some wild yam cream. Well, by 7, before he went to bed, the blisters were already drying up. The water was coming out. I said, well, do you hurt? Are you hurting? He went, no, I mean, I feel a little something, nothing much, nothing. Mm-mm. And so we put a little bit more on him before he went to bed. He got up the next morning, jumping up, going. I said, well, do you think we need to go to the doctor for it? He said, I'm doing great. There is nothing that hurts. And he said, and look at me. And he pulled his shirt up, and it was already scabbing over the whole virus. Who knew that wild yam cream would be good for that?
Because we definitely didn't know. We know that the herbs are there and all things are possible, but we definitely didn't know shingles. It would clear up shingles. So I
That's right.
was so happy because I talked to you that night, and like we said, it can't hurt. It's
It
all
can't hurt.
natural. But
Let's give it a shot.
when we heard that he was feeling so much better and didn't even go to the doctor.
Nope. And so we put it on twice a day. And y'all, shingles can be
Ooh,
incredibly,
pain.
horribly painful. And I kept waiting for it to maybe go internally.
Did you read that?
Do you have a balm or salve that will help someone with no patience for IT issues?
So you'll have to call him when you finish this
I
live.
will. I'll call him and let him know what I have discovered.
But
Uh, but anyway, that we kept for several days
mhm,
until the scabs healed. And honestly, they healed within just a few days. I mean,
yeah,
seriously, with less than a week. And I kept putting some on there, and he doesn't even have any scars.
good,
Just
good,
insane. It's
good.
wonderful.
Because the older you get, the more tender or sensitive your skin is. So if you get a bruise or a
Oh
cut,
God.
it's like it's there forever.
Yep.
So for him to heal, but you also make an amazing product. I was reading one of your reviews where somebody said they burned themselves with um the curling iron and
Uh-huh.
didn't blister or anything. So you make an amazing calendula oil, just one of your products
Yeah.
that I absolutely love. And just looking today, well, I was going to comment, but you know I'm nosy, so when I'm commenting, I'm reading all at the same time, and I was like, "That's what I'm talking about."
Yes. I'll tell you what, I was so honored by the people that have given me their testimonies about the calendula oil. I do make some calendula oil, and even Rebecca is in here from Touched by Yarn. And
Mhm.
is the order site down? Now, Angela, I had a little bit of trouble with the payment part, but it's back up again.
Yeah,
It's working now. And how about yours, Cherie? Your payment?
mine mine should be up. I'll drop both links in the chat.
Okay. Yeah. So the calendula oil, I had issues with my hands. I have psoriasis that
Hmm.
goes along with the arthritis. And so my hands would be cracking and bleeding, and my feet were cracking and bleeding. Literally, I'd have to wear tennis shoes with socks because my feet would crack and bleed, and it was embarrassing in flip flops. And it not only embarrassing but painful as
Yeah,
well. And out of desperation, man, I mean, just trying to find something. There, Jesse has dropped the website for me, and
okay,
he's dropped your website too. Um, Out of desperation, I began to research things. And not only castor oil can help, because I was trying that castor oil all I could on my hands and on my feet, and my hands are so much better. See, but the calendula was oh good. Rebecca's bruise is almost completely gone. She's been using the calendula oil.
good.
calendula has so many healing products in it,
Hmm.
but I didn't know how to use it. Okay. Because I mean, it's a flower. And so I didn't know how to use it. And so it was dried. We dried it and, or got some really good sourced, a larger bag of sourcing out calendula flowers. And I thought, well, I guess I could drink some tea,
Yep.
but it doesn't taste all that fabulous,
It doesn't.
the calendula tea. And I was going to have to add a whole bunch of
Honey
honey
and
and
hmm
other stuff to it. So I kept reading, and I have the calendula infused with castor oil. Wow, it's like a
that's a
superfood.
powerful combination.
So, I
Yeah.
mean, my hands are just awesome. I still have some scars on this one because this was so much worse than the other one. So there's scars, but there's no open wounds. There's no bleeding. There's no open wounds anymore. And my feet are doing really well as well.
Good.
You had shingles a few years ago and the pain was horrible. You took oregano oil twice a day, put a salve on it for poison ivy that you got from the health food store. Healed in 1 week, but the pain lingered internal for another week. The
Oh,
first 4 days were very painful. Oh,
oh
I'm
my
so
goodness.
sorry, Marie.
Yeah, those shingles can be tough. But for work to come through that with no pain
But
and healing within overnight.
overnight, man, it was like
Yeah,
God says, I got you.
yeah. So, Pauline, a fraction there to add, I would look into something like comfrey leaf. Comfrey can heal bones, but definitely put that castor oil on it because it'll help it penetrate deep and it'll help heal. But
Yeah.
if you can get cayenne or cayenne salve, that would help. And Bobby is not finished with his cayenne salve experimentations yet.
Yeah. Yep. 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 Hey.
So, other than your calendula oil,
Hmm.
we want to hear about your products. You have a new product that
I
I'm
do.
excited about.
I have
We need
2
to.
new products, y'all, that I have been playing with and working with. I'm a bathtub girl. I like taking a bath rather than a shower, and
I was in the tub at 7 o'clock this morning.
yeah, and then we hear Cherie saying, "Well, I just go to the tub and I put this and I put that and I put a little bit of this and a little bit of that in there." And I thought, wouldn't it be nice to already have it all mixed up together? And so I have some bath salt. It's called Serenity Salt Soak. Comes with a little spoon, and what it has inside of it is bath flakes. This is not the magnesium, like, not all magnesiums are equal. This is the
Yes.
top of the line magnesium. And then some ancient sea salt, because that is soothing, some rose hip, and just a little bit of sodium bicarb. But the the benefits of magnesium in your bath is so wonderful. That has bone health. Even though it's kind of a salty bath, it can rehydrate your body. Now, when I have used it, I thought, huh, I don't feel much different when I got out of the tub. I didn't feel that immediate relief. But about 30 minutes to an hour later, I said, wow, this works great.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good. I got a skip in my step. From We all need magnesium
Hmm.
anyway, all the time.
Yeah.
And I was trying originally to take pills, but because the pills, it gets all lost in and oftentimes is so filled with fillers that it doesn't get exactly where it's supposed to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, the magnesium bath salt, your skin is your biggest organ, and the biggest way to get something in your body is through
Hmm.
your skin. And so having this soothing salt soak,
Serenity salt soap.
Serenity salt soak. That's right. You corrected me on my own names. It's just great because I need all the help I can get. has really been very helpful. It helps with rehydration of your body, helps
Hmm.
with blood flow, helps lower the risk of osteoporosis and bone loss, which I was dealing with terribly with
Hmm.
all this arthritis eating. Well, that's what arthritis does. It actually eats your bones. And it lowers cardiovascular disease, which is great. The rose hips are antioxidant. It helps with help heart. Both all of these ingredients also help with weight management. So
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
a bunch
because
of
what
stuff.
you like, we are all most majority of us deficient in magnesium. Your doctor said have something. We don't take the supplements because it's full of fillers. We don't
Right,
know exactly what's in it, but we need magnesium because we can't get it in our foods for sure anymore
right.
because they deplete everything of it. So we do need a way to get magnesium in, and the best way is through the skin.
That's right.
Whether you use a spray, body butter, or taking baths, like you said, that will help in so many ways. ADHD, pain, it can regulate your blood pressure, blood sugar.
Yep.
It what it do is it help keep the body in check. I always say, keep
And
your body in
you
check.
have a body butter as
Mhm.
well.
We
A
have
magnesium
a triple strength magnesium body butter. And I always say, even if they say your kids are ADHD or can't concentrate, I saw Jesse talking about that earlier. Sometimes they just need a little magnesium. And I always say, let your entire family rub the bottom of their feet at bedtime.
right.
um, that will help you sleep, but it'll also administer the magnesium to your body while you're resting. And when you wake up the next day, you should be along with the castor oil and the navel. That should give you a nice, sound, peaceful sleep and make you clear as you go on throughout the day.
That's right.
And it's all natural, so it's safe,
Yes.
perfectly safe for you and the kids.
Yes. Now, we're not doctors or anything, and we do recommend that you do your research. If you're on certain types of medication of any of these products that we're talking about,
Yeah.
then it's good to know, it's good to know that if it's going to interact with any of your things. Now that I see our friend, Mr. Lazy Days Ahead, in the chat, I feel like I have to clean my glasses.
Oh my God. Earlier I was live before we put up the rabbit hutch, and my glasses had 100 million spots on it. And I could see it good in the camera. And I'm like, well, I'm already live. But goodness, look at those glasses. And finally I forgot who it was said, Sherry, your glasses look just like mine.
Well, that makes me feel better because he waited until after I got off the live to say, Miss Ann, I couldn't
Yeah.
even see your eyes.
My doctor won't test me for vitamin deficiency, so I don't know where I am as far as deficiency like B3. So I think B3 is good to take on a daily basis.
It is.
Um, but definitely magnesium, and you can get a body butter or you can make your own magnesium. Or like Andale said, take a bath,
Yeah.
and that will administer magnesium to you. And that will help with so many things. Like majority of us, we suffer with high blood pressure, high
Mhm.
cholesterol, all these ailments. We keep getting colds or whatever it is, and most of the time it's just we deficient in magnesium.
Right.
Once we learn to get the body back in check where it's supposed to be, which our bodies have been off a long time.
Mhm.
And Dale said she feel better now than she felt 20 years ago.
Yeah,
And
10,
that's
10 years.
because you probably been on medicine the last 20 years.
I have been. I have been on a lot of medicine. I
Yeah.
mean,
And it's just
a
been
lot, a lot.
pulling you down a little bit over time. And as time go on, you just feel worse and worse. And
Yep.
now you have stopped. Like some people say, oh, I want to stop my medicine, but I'm afraid. I was afraid a little bit to stop my medicine. I was on 3 different blood pressure medicines. I depended on pain pills to get through the day. I was kind of nervous of that because I knew my father passed away at a young age,
Right.
um, due to high blood pressure.
Yep.
And so it made me nervous. But then I was saying, but do I want to die at a young age because of this crazy blood pressure, or am I going to trust God
Right.
and stop? So I woke up one morning and I just said, I'm not going to do this today. I trust God, and I stopped all my medications. Had already stopped my pain meds, but I stopped all my blood pressure medicine. And I paid attention to myself, but I also changed the way we were eating and
Right.
doing things, because the foods that we eat today
Yes.
are terrible in the United States. Our foods are our worst enemy. They hurt
So
us.
sad, but they really are.
They hurt us more than we can imagine. Now, do that mean to go and be weird? And we human. We like to eat. I always say I'm fluffy for a reason. I love to eat. I love to cook. I love to enjoy life. But we just had to learn how to do that in a healthier way so that we can continue to live. Bobby was able to reverse diabetes.
Right.
Never went on blood pressure medicine, but it was just, what are we gonna do? Sit here? Like, I felt like torturing him by saying you can't have a cake or you
Right.
can't have cookies. And so it's just, what are we gonna feed our bodies now? Because once you learn to feed your body right, the body will start healing itself. So you
Hmm.
won't have to do a whole lot of work. But right now
Yep.
we're working our behind off.
That's right. That's right. You take calcium, magnesium, and zinc. There was a question up here that you may want to help with the answer. What's the difference between magnesium chloride and magnesium?
So it's a bunch of different magnesium. It just depends on which one you're talking about. But they are different. It's a couple different magnesiums. Like, one magnesium they want you to take just for your heart. Magnesium chloride pretty much target a little bit of everything.
Right.
So that's why we only use magnesium chloride, because we don't want to get caught up in all these different magnesiums, because 9 times out of 10 we can't afford, and do we really need all this different stuff? So we try to keep things simple. That's why we went with chloride, because it just helped with everything, overall health. Your high blood pressure, meaning it helped with your heart, keep your blood flowing. It helped with pain. It can solve gut issues. We do take citrate if we are like severely constipated or have some gut issues, but we don't even have issues because we use castor oil and we just drop it in our navel.
Right. That's right. I wanted to be able to put in here. She wants to know how to order the bath salt. And that is andalehomestead.com. And oops, I just put in something. andalehomestead.com. But what I realized is if I put it in one chat or the other, it's not going to go to the other three places.
Oh,
So it really needs to come from uh,
me.
yeah, it needs to come from you. I'm sorry. Um, but yes, as far as the magnesium, now you might think that having a bath salt with magnesium and sea salt and sodium bicarb, rose hips would make your skin dry. But when you get warm water and you have the proper type of magnesium, it makes a magnesium oil that helps moisturize your skin instead
Yes.
of, you know, making it all dry and flaky. And I love your body butter that you have too, your
The,
magnesium body butter.
oh yeah, that one. That's so Bobby doesn't care for. Um, I'll spray myself.
Yeah,
Uh,
with the
9 times out of 10,
magnesium
I'm gonna sit up. Bobby say I stay up and do weird stuff when I'm sleepy. So even if I'm sleepy, I'm gonna sit up. Well, he don't care. He want to just go to bed. So he didn't like spraying himself, especially at bedtime. And then when he get up in the morning, he ready to go, and he don't want to spray himself, especially if it's 45, 50 degrees outside, because
oil.
that's
That's
cold
right.
to us.
Yes. That is
So
so to all of well, to you and me.
yeah, so now I started making a body butter, which I've been making a long time. I just never thought, we made products a long time, soaps and in shower lotions and all this stuff. I just gave it to Louisa as gifts. I never thought to offer it to the world.
She's been making her own laundry soap and shampoo and dishwashing detergent and
Everything.
every hand soap, all these things all the
Yeah.
time.
You just never think that, well, I can offer this to the world. But now we see how important it is
Yeah.
to introduce people to natural herbs that can heal, that will heal, and how to use them and explain to them what our body is really doing. Because a lot of people think menopause, hot flashes, and not being able to sleep, being in a grumpy mood, and all of this stuff,
Right.
vaginal dryness, early cycles, heavy cycles, painful periods. They think all of this stuff is normal. It's just me getting older,
Right.
but they don't realize that all these things are just a hormone imbalance.
Yep.
And of course, they can sell you treatments to balance the hormones off, and it might work, but it's going to cost you a couple $1,000s. Or
And
you can
they're
go back and
synthetic.
trust God.
Yeah, and they're synthetic, or you
Yeah,
can trust
and
God.
they
That's right.
synthetic. Yeah, so and it's just like the flower. They get everything came from a plant. Every idea that our medical professions have, it came from a plant outside growing in the ground. And what they did was they took that plant and said, well, we can make more money if we learn how to make this a synthetic. If we can create this in the lab, we can sell a whole lot more than if we tried to grow this. So I always say when man come and try to change things that God has already made, he
That's
fluff
right.
it up every single time.
Every
Um,
time.
every time. And nothing, nobody can outdo God.
That's right.
But we don't know any better. This is why we changed over to this einkorn flour, because
Hmm.
once I took all that stuff from Bobby, it was like, well, God, he ain't gonna ever be able to eat bread, or like,
Right.
I don't want him to have to depend on this bread, and he loved a sandwich. So it was like, what are we gonna do? So he did his research and found out the flour that we use is the most dangerous thing that we can consume for the most part. A lot
That's
of people say sugar, we say flour because it sits so high on the glycemic index chart. But most people, push pay and keep springing. Let's see. I'll get Karen to look at that. But once we learn, we just got to do a deep dive into what these foods are and what are they doing to our body. When is the
that's
best
right.
time to use magnesium? So we use magnesium twice a day, in the morning and in the evening. Um, if you use something like a magnesium body butter, you only need a pea-sized amount because it's a triple strength. If
Yep.
you
Same.
use,
Hmm.
if you make, I don't have my spray bottle, but if you make a magnesium spray with the magnesium chloride flakes and equal parts water, you spray yourself like 30 to 40 times every day. So what I do is I spray myself 15 times in the morning, 15 times at night at bedtime. That give me my correct dosage of magnesium.
That's right. I'm sorry. I was trying to find out why that stuff was going on, but we'll find out about that in a little bit.
Yeah,
We'll Karen to check that out as far as the website goes. And so, we're not saying that you can't make your own. Absolutely. You grow some things in your yard, grow some cayenne pepper, grow some calendula, grow some wild yam roots if you want to. But if you want to have it already made for you from people that genuinely we use it on ourselves, then you can check out blackstropicalhomestead.com or andalehomestead.com because we have
yeah,
a few items on there.
yeah. And I'm so proud of you, because you expand. You are obviously you doing your research,
Yeah.
um, which is not so Andale. Not saying you don't do your research, but you definitely would not jump and make new products and do different things.
Right.
Most
I
of the
wanted to
time,
try some new things and
yeah. And when you called me and said, "Oh, I'm making this, that, and the third," and I'm
I,
like, "What?
I was making some body butter.
What?"
And I said, I'm making body butter. Does yours smell like this?
Yes, and it's all new. And I told you, take your time, learn the process, and enjoy it. It is a process.
It is.
Everything is a process. we keep ours simple because we have to keep up with this stuff,
Right.
and people depend on our products to stay well and stay off of pain medicines and different things. So we try to keep it simple, like trying to make 3, 4 bars of soap in
Yeah.
2 or 3 days is a lot of work. But then we know, I think people will hunt us down for pain away oil if we were to
Absolutely.
disappear.
That
So
pain
we,
oil is the best. I said, "Cherie, you can never die because I have to have your wild yam cream for the rest of my life.
hey,
Either that
Michelle,
or I need to buy a gallon of it, like, right now." So
people always say, oh, "Can we get a bigger bottle?" So when we first started selling it, we had some customers, not they were local, and they were saying, "I need a bigger bottle." And I said, "Well, you can buy a few of these. We sell them in 2 ounce bottles. You can get a few. I don't sell it
yeah,
bigger."
right.
And she said, "My husband shower in this stuff." They go, "Karen, shower in this stuff at night. I mean, every day when he get off work, and he need the biggest bottle." And I'm like, she said, "Name your price and we'll pay it." And I said, "I can't do that.
That's
I
right.
can't do that. I mean, I don't know how to do that
Yeah,
because we try to keep it affordable, and I can't go jacking the price up because you want a bigger bottle." But
right.
I was like, I don't know. So being able to, it's we grow, we do a lot of work, so we grow majority of our herbs that we
Yes.
we use to make our products with,
A lot of the
like,
beauty of it, that's the beauty is that
yeah.
we
But in my mind, I'm saying we got to be crazy because it's hard. As far as the banana soap and the blue butterfly, we we continuously get flowers all the time and freeze dry them for
yes.
our short winters. But
Mhm.
making sure we growing enough rosemary and oregano and um, whatever we put in our,
That's
our
right.
garlic that we put in our pain away, and wild yam root, which most people think is a yam, like
Yeah,
the potato that you eat. Just trying to keep up with all of this stuff to make sure we can produce enough to have thousands of pieces of product every month to go out. It's a lot of work, but then when we see all of the testimonies of how people have reclaimed their lives and
that's
able
right.
to walk up and down stairs and do things, it's
Yep.
like, oh,
It's
it's
crazy. It's
amazing.
wonderful. It's just so awesome. And I
Yeah,
see Christine was in here from Christine, Mrs. Gillum Farm, said that she's been using the calendula oil on her psoriasis and it is helping. And it did help me. So I was hoping, you want it to help others. And
yeah,
what had happened was with my family that I adore and love, Bobby and Cherie, they said, and you do these things. It's not nice if you don't share it with other people. So,
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I think that's awesome. I have made something new, if you something else that I've been trying. I've been using it now for a couple of weeks or over a week anyway. And it is black cumin seed body butter. A black
Mm.
cumin seed body butter
I love that. Let me see that again.
is the
Ah,
best.
look at that label.
I'm telling you. And it got a little dragonfly up there too. And
And
that's
I said, I asked, but I said, well, why? And they all got um, you got
I
your
got a
bottle
label.
wrapped up,
I do. I have one of the shrink
the
wraps,
shrink wrap. Yeah,
and then on the bottom it
look
tells
at you.
you the directions and all of the ingredients that are in there. So
Look at you. I'm so proud of you. And that's the thing. That's the joy in being a small business owner, taking
it
the time, creating new things that make you happy. It's just a label,
it is.
but it make you so happy because
I mean, it's
handwriting
stand.
labels
Yeah, right.
is a thing.
That's right.
we
Handwriting
but
labels.
we had to start. We had to start somewhere. And I
Yeah.
told you, Soil Family Expo, I handwritten hundreds of labels, but I was just like, it's okay. I enjoyed it, but to see that, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and it's
beautiful.
got the but y'all. Okay, so every single label that we put on, including Cherie, I stood up, you stand over it, you're trying to make sure it gets just
In the
perfect
middle.
on there. And then the back one, make sure that if you look at Andel this way, you look at Andel that way, they're still the same. And then each one of these, I had my hair dryer out here because that's what you do. You put a shrink wrap, put your hair dryer, you put a little shrink wrap around here and you dry it with the hair dryer. Y'all, it's a process,
It is.
but it was fun and it was good. And I felt good in my soul about it
That's right.
because, packaging is one thing, but the inside is what's so important.
Yeah.
And the
I
inside,
drive Bobby crazy with that. The
yeah,
packaging. I'm like, no, 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 no. The labels need to. He like, well, what do you want me to do? I
yeah,
need you to put the logo directly in front of the logo on the side of the bottle. And he like, what?
yeah,
He said, well, here, you show me how to do it. And I'm like,
right,
okay, you got to line them up. I'm just saying,
right.
don't
That's
shoot the messenger. He was like, all right, I got it. I mean, but it's a special kind of
right.
love because a lot of people won't take the time to make these products and definitely won't take the time.
Well, you know that if we take that kind of time on just the packaging, that we
Yeah,
seriously take the
about
time to research to make sure that what we're putting in our products is
it's right.
natural, is
Yeah.
top grade, of some things that we have to source out, like in this black cumin seed body butter. I
Hmm.
do source out the shea butter and the cocoa butter, although I could probably make my own cocoa butter. I haven't tried that yet. But it's just
Yeah, I can. You want me to show you how to make cocoa butter?
I do want you to show me how to make cocoa butter 'cause
You can
this
make.
one is my favorite scientist in the whole wide world. She
I
makes
want this morning. I was like, babe, you want some hot chocolate? He was like, yeah. I know. He said, what is she doing? I'm in there with milk and chocolate chips and my vanilla. I need a subscription. I need a monthly subscription for vanilla because
from Jessie.
I was looking at my bottle today like, what is the vanilla going? Who is drinking vanilla around here? But you gotta have it. Gotta have it.
Yeah, we want you
Even
to
though I
show.
make it, but I still love that from Jesse and Lisa. So I appreciate y'all.
That's right. That's right. And even Pat says in here, she wants you to show us how to do it. She wants you to show us how to do it. But y'all, research black cumin seed.
Oh my God. Tell us the benefits of that. You have a few other benefits.
I do. I do. I really do. But one thing I wanted to make sure everybody knew, when you think of black cumin seed oil body butter, you're thinking it's going to be black on your skin, but
Hmm.
it's not. It's a nice white and creamy. It does have little dots in it from the black cumin seeds, which were crushed and processed, also infused with castor oil. But
I'm gonna have to get that.
this black
Um,
this black cumin seed oil has been known, all the experts, I mean, because you can't just go by goggle, I call it goggle, but Google or
mhm,
YouTube. I mean, they may not be true. So you do have to get out your books and things like that.
mhm.
And so many of the information of the deep dive that I went in for this black cumin seed oil, they all had one thing in common, and they said it's good for everything. It cures everything but death.
Everything but death. Ooh.
So this particular body butter is going to be super good for your skin health, for psoriasis, for eczema, for acne. It does help you sleep. Again, the black cumin seed oil body butter can help with weight loss and blood sugar control. It's an anti-inflammatory. It's an allergy relief, wound healing,
Ooh.
fungal infections, and blood pressure. And that's like this much of this much. You can look up the National Center for Health and Google black cumin seed,
Mm.
And it's page after page after page.
It's crazy. The benefits are amazing.
And you've said that you take it internally, is that right?
I do drink tea. I drink black cumin tea or black seed. I just call it black seed.
Yeah.
I drink it in my powerhouse tea with soursop and
Oh,
ginger and
oh,
lemon peel,
okay.
and that's the help. Just overall help keep your body strong, your system strong,
That's right.
um, and ward off all that evilness that is always trying to attack our body. So we drink it every now and then. It's not something we drink every day, but
Yeah.
we do drink it often.
Well, this is topical. You don't want to
Yeah,
eat it.
yeah, and that's the beauty in herbs too. You can most herbs you can consume or wed,
Right.
and both will benefit you. Like the calendula, all don't taste good.
No. And it's made with castor oil, so you definitely don't want to
Don't
take
want to drink that. Yeah, yeah. So and castor oil. I'm telling y'all, my cousin said she had surgery and she was taking pain pills and not walking around much. She said, "I'm constipated. I don't know what to do."
it.
I said, "Drop 3 to 5 drops of castor oil in your navel tonight." She
Yes.
said, "Okay, I'll try that." And the next morning, she was like, "Okay, now I'm good to go." I said, "You do not have to drink castor oil anymore. To each his own. They do have one that you consume, but ours is just topical. It will clean you out."
That's right. It will. And it does help. It helps me. And I do the 3 drops of good cold pressed, hexon free or hexan free is, I'm not sure exactly how to say it, but
You must
that
don't listen to me
the
talk.
good castor oil. Yeah.
I, I can't pronounce nothing. I'm always like, "How you say that?" I couldn't
No, you
say.
do great. You do great. I get some of my learning from you, my favorite
Yeah,
scientist.
I'm just like y'all understood. I can't say auth- authenticity.
Authenticity.
Maybe that's the word. Because every
Authentic.
time I get ready to say it, I'll get ready to say it, and then I'll point to Bobby, and he'll say it, and I'm like, "That's it."
Ooh,
Because I don't know
ooh.
how to say it.
Thor is taking off doing something. But
Yeah,
Jesse has graciously, in our YouTube side of the chat, put in some of the information that helps antioxidant action, that improves immune system, prevents chronic diseases, and prevents some type of cancer, allegedly, because we're not doctors and you know,
yeah,
we can still say this because it's true for us.
yeah.
We're not
Just
giving you
having a
medical
conversation.
advice.
Yeah, I always say, these are just conversations that we are not used to anymore, but we need to have them because everybody want to feel better and do better. And we definitely don't want to see our kids coming up or things getting worse as our kids grow older and our grandkids grow
That's
older. But at the rate that things are going, it's like no choice for them but for things to be worse as they get older. So we can stop that now and reverse things and do better and teach our kids that, hey, it does take time to get in that kitchen and make a loaf of bread, or it does take time to make your own soap or make your own products, but your body will thank you so much for it. You will be
yes,
so happy you did.
that's right. Now, Christine from Christine Mrs. Gillum Farm says, "Do you recommend how to travel with castor oil? She travels often and she wants to continue with her daily navel drops."
I if I'm going through the airport, I have I think it's a 2 ounce spray bottle, and I put everything in that 2 ounce bottle. Even though I have gotten my dropper bottles through TSA, I put it in a little plastic bottle just so I can travel with it. And I know plastic
Okay.
isn't the best, but I don't want them throwing my stuff away.
Right. That would be nice.
So, and I'm going through with magnesium spray, um, castor oil, and I have pain away.
Yeah.
So even when we went to Utah, I ain't want them throwing none of my stuff away.
Right.
So I put it in the little spray bottle, the little bitty travel size bottles, and I just travel with it. I just put enough for us to go wherever we going and come back home. Now when we driving, I just take my little dropper bottle, but I do have travel bottles that we'll take with us, and we have bottles that we leave home. Um,
Mm.
That's the
Okay.
easiest way for us to travel. But I knew when we went to Utah a few weeks ago, I said if they throw any of my stuff away, we gonna have some problems.
Well, Christine does get on flights quite often,
Yeah,
but when she's driving, and Christine, when I'm driving, because I'm driving a lot,
yeah.
I put it in a Ziploc bag
Take
and
it with you.
stick it in my suitcase. I
Yeah,
certainly do. I take it with me everywhere.
yeah. For gout, I'm gonna say look into the benefits of gout is a it's a diet issue. Something that you eat, something that you have consumed, fled the gout up. Whether it's shellfish, too much beef, too much pork, is always something that flared up. And most of the time, you have to be paying attention to know what is that. Um, Things that can help with that. The pain away can definitely help with the flare-ups and the pain in that. But look at the benefits of cayenne pepper.
Hmm.
Get that blood flow going
Yes.
again. So rub some cayenne pepper and castor oil or the pain away on the area, and it'll help with that. But consume some of that cayenne pepper too. Take about a quarter teaspoon of cayenne powder and a little bit of water, so you can get the blood flow going
She says
again.
quarter teaspoon. I use an eighth of a teaspoon because I can't stand it's it's not terrible, y'all. It's not hot, hot. It's not like it's gonna stick with you forever, but it's not my favorite taste. And so I'll put it in a little jigger glass, just an eighth of a teaspoon,
Me
and
too.
fill
And
it
knock
up
it
with
back.
water and shoot that bad boy every morning.
Yeah. While your brain is freaking out, like, oh my God, what is she doing again? My brain do that every time, and I'm just like, that wasn't even bad.
Yeah,
Now,
wasn't bad.
Bobby had some dental work done last week. He's so crazy. He
Corny.
said, when I get home, I'm on goggle. He had a big piece of gauze in his mouth. And I'm thinking, Jesus, your jaw is really swollen. What did they pick all your teeth out or something?
Right.
And I mean, I got 5 removed, but I said, I thought he had a lot of gauze in his mouth. He said, when I get home, I'm going to gargle with cayenne pepper. And I was like,
Oh,
okay.
with an open wound.
I was like, okay. He said, I'm not keeping this gauze in my mouth and all this blood. I said, okay. He came right home and straight in the kitchen, fixed him a cup of cayenne water and gargled. He said it burned a little bit, but the bleeding stopped instantly.
Yeah, it does. It does help with,
I was like, you are crazy.
oh, he be the man. He's the
I
man.
said, I stopped taking my fire cider when I had surgery because I was afraid to put anything in my mouth. He said,
Anything
no.
spicy.
He said it did tingle a little bit, but it went away and I'm good. I was like, okay. So
And just
fire water. Are we talking fire cider or the backyard type of fire water that you make in a distillation kit type of fire water? I think I want to make sure it's not fire
just
cider and it
right.
is the hooch fire water. If you're talking about fire cider is absolutely amazing. I think everybody should be taking it every day, a little bit every day. Can keep you out of the doctor's office. It'll keep your immune system strong. So you definitely need fire cider every day. If you're talking about fire water, I think it is amazing um, to make tinctures with and clean things. Bobby loved making it, and I love when he make it. So you're
Yeah,
good to
yeah.
go with that one.
I'm sorry. I was yeah, go ahead.
Go
Love
ahead.
my castor oil. Been rubbing my butt and thighs. I fell on black ice last week and
Oh,
bounced when I hit the ground. Oh, poor
oh,
Heidi.
oh,
She's been rubbing herself down with castor oil. That's good.
oh.
Excuse me.
I'm
Well,
sorry you fell.
this calendula oil would be very good to help with. And
Yeah.
you're being asked about what is your recipe for fire cider?
So I have a couple videos for it. Now, fire with fire cider, you don't you don't really have a certain recipe to follow. You can put so many different things in it. Like we use cayenne pepper. Some people use ghost pepper or Carolina Reapers. We use
Ooh,
cayenne because of the benefits in the cayenne pepper. I always put an onion in there because we need onion for cough and
mhm.
other issues. but you also want to put citrus in there. I put orange and lemon in mine. I do put elderberry in it. That way I don't have to make elderberry syrup too.
Right.
But you definitely want to put ginger, garlic, black pepper, cinnamon, rosemary, things like that. And you
Yeah.
can play with it and see what you want and don't want. I mean, it's not the best tasting concoction because it's very vinegary and strong, but
Mm-hmm.
I love it. If you ever feel like you're getting sick and you just take a little bit of it, you're gonna knock that right out as if it never
That's right.
existed.
And I make something similar, but not with vinegar. It's more of a cough serum.
Hmm.
Feels like an old timey medicine man. She does have her elixirs in tow. She sure does. And don't be throwing none of my stuff away either. I don't want you throwing it away.
Don't throw anything away. I told you when we came from Utah, I think Bobby was setting me up because he sent me through TSA with all the bricks,
Uh-oh.
all the bricks,
Salt? Oh no.
and TSA was like, they kept looking around and laughing, and Bobby was like 3 people behind me, and I'm saying they got me, and they looked at me, and they looked back at the monitor, and I was just like, it's salt. I said, it's salt. It's salt. He said, well, I just want to see what it is. And I said,
Yeah.
it's salt. We went in a salt mine, and I was saying, as long as you're not throwing any of my other things away, and don't throw my salt away. It's just salt. He said, oh, that's so weird. But okay,
Did
he
you
looked
wrap
at it, blocks of salt.
did you wrap it in white paper with tape? Because it looked like a brick, all right, but a
I
brick.
didn't. I should have.
No, no, no. Only if you can make Bobby be willing to go through airport
No,
security.
I should have. For nerve pain. So I suffer
Yes,
with nerve
nerve
pain.
pain. We need some sciatic nerve pain relief.
Yeah, I suffer with neuropathy and sciatic nerve pain. And what I did was at first I would put cayenne pepper. I would get a napkin and pour castor oil on it and sprinkle cayenne pepper on it and let it soak through. Then I would stick it on the bottom of my foot because that nerve pain is just poor circulation um, in your leg. And I would wear it overnight, and I did that for about a week, and my sciatic issues and neuropathy issues totally went away. But now what I do is I rub pain away on the bottom of my foot every so now
Yeah.
and then, just to keep it away. I don't have any pain issues at all. Sometimes I work a little too hard, my back will hurt or something, but I don't have just everyday lingering pain because I've
Right.
gotten my body to a point where it's in a good place.
Oh, that's so wonderful. That is so wonderful. You
Yeah.
have neuropathy too, Christine. That is incredibly painful and so forth. So making packs or oil. Hey,
Hmm.
Sandy, I'm glad you're here, honey. She's such a sweetheart. She has all this knowledge as well. But sometimes using the black cumin seed and the black cumin seed body butter,
Hmm.
using calendula oil that has been infused with castor oil, that will help.
Yeah.
But what Cherie was talking about, as far as, I mean, I have some cayenne oil as well, and she has cayenne salve. In fact, Christine, you have a little teeny container of Black Tropicals Homesteads cayenne salve. It just didn't have a label on it.
Yeah.
So that
Oh, I didn't put a label on the bottom.
it's
Oh, I
okay.
think I sent you a bunch with no
I
label.
should have too. You sent it to me to be able to gift to them.
Yeah.
Just a little teeny plastic container that you have at your home.
Yep.
And I'm falling apart too,
It
Christine.
looked like this.
Looks like that. And that is your cayenne salve.
Rub it
Drop
on the bottom
that
of your
on
feet.
your feet. And Jesse, you have that as well. You have that cayenne salve in there. I was hoping I didn't get on the phone with them fast enough. I was hoping nobody would think it was a lip balm because
I know. Well, Louisa put it on her lips also,
oh,
so it's perfectly fine. I mean, the
okay.
thing, like with all of our products, we can eat them or drink them, and it won't hurt you. Versus synthetics, but that's not what they made for. They are made for topical use.
Yeah,
Um,
they are. They're made.
the salve does work good the cayenne salve does work good, but I think the pain away, if you're gonna get one, some use both. Some people use the cayenne and the pain away at the same time. But
That's right.
I would suggest you try, if not both. I would definitely try the pain away oil first, and that'll probably knock it out for you.
Yeah, because
And
Jesse
then
he has your thing. Do I sell just the flower, the calendula flower? No, I don't. Because it comes few and far between. I do source it out sometimes. He thought it was lip balm. You could feel Lisa's kisses. But I don't sell just the flower. You can
yeah,
grow it. You can grow it. I'm planning on having calendula in every spot. You know how Cherie goes around her garden and she just sticks a little seed here and a little seed
everywhere,
there. Just I'm gonna be the
seeds everywhere.
seed fairy lady with calendula. Little here, a little there.
Yes.
So, but yeah, both for pain. Where do you get that
Wait,
cayenne?
is
Well,
this my, is this my mother?
oh, it might
Yeah,
be.
it is. We grow our cayenne.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy that you had a bunch of tag along plants because cayenne, like ours, is still going crazy. Bobby just said today we need to get this cayenne out of the yard. But you can't grow enough cayenne.
No.
It's
We
amazing.
accidentally had double the cayenne plants. We thought we were buying jalapenos, and sure enough, they grew with long red strings.
That's
So
right.
that
So we don't use wild lettuce. I was talking about wild lettuce this morning because I
yeah,
was talking about the milky white sap that come from the lettuce, even like the regular lettuce we eat all the time, does have the tendency to help with pain, but not like the wild lettuce. But I don't use wild lettuce because a little bit can go a long, long way. But we try to stick with stuff that we can get our hands on all the time, and we rather use stuff that we can grow. So we
right.
don't do wild lettuce, but we do have an all natural pain away.
And their pain away is amazing. It really does. And who was it there? I think she was in here earlier. There was a young lady that got some help that her vertigo was gone with the pain away.
Mm, yeah.
Wasn't that right?
Um, that was when we were in Alabama, and Kayla had a flare up, a vertigo flare up, and she said she hurt her shoulder earlier in the day, and I said, well, let me put some pain away on it and to help your shoulder. And
Uh-huh.
she was spinning out of control. And we were like, just wait a minute, sit here for a few minutes, and let's get some pain away on your shoulder, and then we'll walk you to the room. Karen walked her to her room, but she said that pain away stopped her vertigo from getting out of control.
Isn't
And
that something?
she was able to go to sleep and not have any issues. She said I didn't have to go to the hospital or anything. Didn't get sick. It was
Oh,
amazing. So
that's so wonderful. I
yeah,
wonder sometimes we do get vertigo simply from pain. I mean, it's so deep and penetrating that it our nervous system immediately gets whacked and
yeah, yeah.
starts making us have other effects trying to deal with things.
Yeah, and the stress in it itself, I always talked about having to deal with living with pain, how stressful that was.
You too, Sandy.
Mentally, it do a lot to you. You always have to keep we got to keep our mental in check anyway. But we definitely had to keep it in check when you suffering the worst, like going to
Right.
your infusions or when you were getting
Yeah.
close to I need an infusion. Your mind was just like,
Abs-
okay, I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yep.
So, we always had to keep our mental in check just so we could
I
be
mean,
normal.
it got to the point, y'all, where I was not driving because I was scared that I couldn't hold the steering wheel tight
Hmm.
enough. And I could still drive, but if anything were to happen, a child go out in front of me or a car slam on brakes in front of me, I wouldn't or I skidded in rain or anything, I wouldn't be
Hmm.
able to hold the steering wheel tight enough. That is life changing when you
Yep.
think about that you can't drive anymore. But now being able to have this wild yam cream and have so much relief. Oh my gracious.
Yeah.
So much relief that I can do just about anything I want to.
I mean, you getting up at you get up with me
I know.
now, and just to hear you when I'm on the phone with you, got so much energy now. And like earlier, you were like, I'm washing dishes, but
Yeah. And
just to
that's
hear
a big
that
deal
energy, you
to
got your
wash
life, you getting your
dishes,
life back.
to have your hands hurt that you can't wash dishes. I mean, or so tired that it's difficult to stand at the sink long enough to wash
Yeah,
dishes. And so to be able to have the calendula oil for the psoriasis on my hands, but to be able to have the wild yam cream to not be in so much pain. And
yep,
that's not what it's made for, y'all. It's made for your hormones, but
it is. It is.
there's
Um,
something there that was magic for me.
yep. But that answers Angela's question. For hormone imbalance, you need wild yam cream.
Yes.
That will help tremendously. Can you take cayenne shots any time of the day, or is it best in the morning? So some people take it 3 times a day, and we've
Hmm.
had so many people come back and say, "Hey, I went to the doctor. My blood pressure was great. I've been stopped taking my medicine, and they may take it 3 times a day. It just depends on your body
Right.
and what it may need. For me, I take it in the morning because it gives me so much energy, and I need to burn my energy off. And I only take it once a day. So you definitely got to see how your body may react to it.
And you can't take too much. I mean, you probably could if you took like a whole container full or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. I cook with it and drink it.
Yep.
Even with Andel, she had stomach ulcers, and she
Yep.
was like, "I don't know about that cayenne." I said, "Try a little bit and see how you feel." And I think within a week or two,
I
you
was
had no more issues.
Nope, no more issues. It was crazy. It was, I mean, we all sound like, should I apply the wild yam cream where pain is located? I would need to take a bath in it. That's why I told Cherie I need a gallon of that stuff, baby. You
Yeah.
can never go away from me. I love you, want you in my life forever, ever. Have you
Uh,
make cayenne shots? Just get a little jigger glass,
mhm.
what I call it a jigger glass, just a little glass, and put some cayenne pepper in there. You can buy cayenne pepper at the grocery store.
You can.
Try to read the ingredients at the grocery store,
You
and
want
it has,
just cayenne.
yeah,
No,
just cayenne. Yeah,
no anti-caking agents. Just cayenne.
right.
If you can grow it, definitely grow it or get it from a farmer's market. But then you have to dry it
Yeah,
um,
you have
to
to
be able to store it.
dry it and grind it. You can't just, I mean, I guess people do eat these things, but I don't.
Yeah, yeah. Like if somebody was having a heart attack, I would definitely just pop a piece off of that and put it in their mouth.
Right.
But everybody don't want that heat. Now we cook with it and we take these shots, and you can, and they'll take about an eighth. I don't measure anymore. I just dump some in a cup, and that's what we take. So after amoxicillin, after or instead of amoxicillin, I would take because I can't give you medical advice. Oregano oil, which is just oregano and extra virgin olive oil
Mhm.
mix, which is better than amoxicillin. But definitely take oregano oil
Yeah.
before, during, or after amoxicillin.
And what that is really is, in fact, I've got like 4 jars in there infusing now in grapeseed oil. You can use
Mm,
olive oil, you can use avocado oil. I would not use castor oil because you have to ingest it.
yeah.
And so yeah, you can't ever leave me. I'm sorry, you stuck with me by your side forever and ever, Sheree. So, oh, that's good. I'm so glad, Talaya. But as far as the oregano, and I tried that this time when I had a yucky cold and I
Hmm.
was getting ready to get in my chest. I used the Mexican oregano is what I got, but I have oregano growing or had it before the freeze out
Hmm.
in the yard. I plan on growing more,
Good,
and that
because when
way.
you grow it, you know it.
That's right, and that way we do, we know it. We know what's going on with it, and you can just infuse it, or by infuse, what we mean is soak, and you turn your
Yeah.
jar. every so many days. I mean, I have,
like this.
look, I have said, we
I
both
have
have that.
jars galore
And
in
then the
this room.
calendula. Yep. Oh, good. You've got it going on.
Yes.
Going on.
So that's when we say soak. That's what we mean. Just put it in a jar and set it to the side.
Yep.
And it'll infuse over time. Hey, bro. Um, really concerned that I was developing rotator cuff issues, but I tell the pain away and wild yam together. Yeah, that's a good combination. I mean,
One
you know,
for
and I
you.
always we get people always sending us messages saying thank you for helping me heal. It's not us, you know. When I feel like we just doing the Lord's work, whatever He put on our heart that we can help people live a better life. We just put it out there and don't gatekeep or charge people for the information because
That's right.
God led us to this information and put this on our heart to dive deep and figure out what's going on. So why should we charge you for the information? We do charge for products,
Yeah.
and we try to keep those affordable with free shipping so that you can purchase them and try them. And yeah, they have been total
Yeah.
game changers for some people.
And we both have free shipping. So that's a good thing. Cherie taught me that that's a good way to go is to be
Yeah,
able to offer free
yeah.
shipping. And yeah,
Remedy for constipation. So we were just talking about this.
we
For
were.
constipation, what we do is we put castor oil in our navel, a few drops, 3 to 5 drops in your navel. You can rub it on your belly a little bit. Um, and we do that at bedtime. Most of the time in the morning, you should be able to go. So definitely try the castor oil in the navel at bedtime. Sometimes magnesium will help. Also, you can rub magnesium on your belly if you are really constipated. If you have issues like IBS or Crohn's or something, I mean, you know, if you have gut issues, look into the benefits of bentonite clay.
The Bentonite clay. And do be careful when if you're not used to cayenne pepper, don't like slather yourself in it. I mean, not cayenne pepper,
Castor oil,
castor oil.
it
If
will
you're not,
detox you.
yes, it will. So,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yes, it
that's
will detox you.
it will.
Um, so one more thing before we go, add cayenne to your coffee. Put a little bit in our hot chocolate this morning. Bobby been outside ever since. I don't know if you can hear that noise in the back. That's Bobby. I don't know what he doing, but he been outside all day. I'm like, okay. I made him come in the house to eat lunch and back out. Before we go, I think you can type if you are in Black's Tropical chat on. I don't think Facebook will pick it up. Um, we are giving away a Nutrimil mill grinder or
Yeah.
grain mill for Christmas, I guess you can say. I call it Bobby's birthday giveaway. We'll do this right before his birthday because we want you to receive your meal before Christmas.
hmm
We were locked out of Facebook doing the mixer giveaway, and it broke our heart because so many people wanted to be in that giveaway, and then we got access back Monday. So we decided let's do another giveaway, and this one will be just on Facebook. So you have to be on Facebook for this giveaway, but anybody can enter. You do have to join our email list. When you join our email list at blackstropical.com, you will get an email giving you instructions on how to enter for this grinder to make your own flour. We thought that was a very important gift to give somebody this year because they are expensive. We can only get our hands on a classic right now because all of them are sold out. Like the one that I use is a bamboo and it's very heavy. Mine's is very, very heavy.
Yes.
So I think that would have been torture to a lot of people trying to move that thing around. The classic is lighter, but it's an awesome grinder. But we won't people to take their health more serious and be able to make your own flour. The berries do cost a little bit, but when you look at your life over the years and what this flour is doing to it, that can could definitely change things for your entire family. And it's nothing like ancient grains. They taste so good. So we wanted to at least help somebody along, and we'll give away a couple of things, but definitely give somebody a meal so you can make your own flour.
Now,
And
when is the date? When is the date for this?
December 15th,
December 15th at what time?
7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
7 p.m., December 15th. I already have it on my calendar,
You got
mind
it
you.
on your calendar.
And I followed all the instructions as well. There are a few, but look, y'all, it's not hard to get on their email list. You just go to blackstropical.com, and immediately when you go in there, it will ask you if you would like
Pop up.
to be a
Mhm.
part, and you just fill in your email. Nothing. And they don't bug you. I mean, it's not like there's some places that you fill in your email and then every day or several times
Yes,
a day you get
you
emails.
getting something. Yeah,
That's not what this is about. So,
yeah, yeah. We try not. I think about how I feel when I'm like, God, they sent another email. We try not to do that to people. Not be worrisome, but put out information that can help you and keep you in tune with what's going on. Like I would rather go live and make an announcement and say, hey, if you are ordering products for Christmas and you want to give them away for Christmas gifts, definitely get your order in as soon as you can, but no later than I'm gonna say the 17th. And they go for Andale Homestead too. Get your orders in no later than
yes.
the
Yeah, if
that
you want them for
weekend.
Christmas, it's
Yeah,
important to go ahead
yeah.
and try to do that,
Because
and,
if we ship
right,
by the 18th, you're supposed to get it. But that can always change because shipping is crazy around the holidays. So if you want to purchase things for gifts or for and have it by Christmas, definitely go ahead and get your order in rather than send you a email blast. I'd rather pop on live and tell you
right, and Julia Brown, we certainly will be smothering you with prayers, my darling, absolutely, uh,
all the time.
yep, all the time, because honestly, we've just I did it for necessity, so did Cherie with her she's much younger than I am, but, with her back issues and things like that, we can have an accident or whatever at any time that changes our life,
Yeah.
but out of whatever kind of desperation or needed time where you get to a point where you say, "No more synthetic medication. I just don't wanna do it anymore. It's making me in the long run, it's making me sicker than what I have been."
Yeah.
And so we trusted in the Lord and
That's right.
God put all these things on the planet for us to use, and I just didn't pay any attention. You don't pay attention to these yellow dandelions everybody's trying to not have in their yard. But I'm excited, and the kids and I go out there, and it's like finding Easter eggs by gathering the dandelions and
Yep.
those types of things.
I
So we
put dandelion in my root beer soda. So
I
I
love
bought the dandelion. I'm like, I need the roots
yes,
and the flower. So
yes,
put it all up.
yes. I planted a square peg full of nothing but dandelions, and they came from the yard, but it was wonderful. So
Yes.
and we do appreciate doctors and their knowledge and all of the things that are going on. We seriously do. It's unfortunate that it has become so twisted and entangled with money. And even though the medicine might help a little bit, it
Hmm.
can certainly cause other side effects and things like
Yeah.
that. So,
I'm hoping I don't get into politics, but I'm hoping, I'm praying that he can change this food system because our food system is a joke, honestly. That's our issues. It's our foods. Like people have said, "Oh, I changed over to this ancient grain, and now no more gout. No
no,
more high blood pressure, diabetes." Bobby reversed his diabetes just with his diet and no medicine at all. But the first thing they do is drop a prescription in your lap, and they don't tell you. Most of the time, they won't even tell you the truth about how to help yourself. It's just, oh, leave the salt alone. you don't need to just leave salt alone because our body need a certain amount of salt.
Yes, it does.
Not all salts are created equal, but instead of telling you to get a pure natural salt that hadn't been played with, they'll just tell you leave it alone. I don't think sugar is the worst thing. Now, white sugar isn't good, but
Right.
definitely get a raw cane sugar or
Thank you.
different things. But for gout, gout is your diet, so definitely pay attention to what you eating. But to help with a flare up, I would definitely use cayenne and castor oil, and
Mhm.
they'll sell the cayenne oil that can
I
help
do have the yeah,
with
I have
the
the
inflammation.
oil, but
Yeah,
you also have the salve
and the
and
pain away
pain away, and the
that
pain away,
can help
big
with
deal,
that.
y'all. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
So you
Yeah,
got a couple different
yeah. And her pain away has other things in it as well that really
yes.
help, and it does help, it really
Yeah.
does.
So for fibroids, castor oil, look into the benefits of castor oil. You need a castor oil pack. I
Yep,
say you can put castor oil in a panty liner and wear it, but definitely look into the benefits of that. Again, like Andel was saying, castor oil can detox you.
it can.
Um,
You have to
and,
be
and you
you have
need it. If it's going to detox you, you needed that detox. So don't
yeah,
look at it as a bad thing. Our bodies are just out of whack.
yeah, that's right. Need
Um,
some help. Can find my oil book and make my oil compound. Well, that's good.
yes. Ain't
But
nothing like making it yourself.
that's right, because then you know for sure. And if you just can't or don't have the wherewithal, check out blackstropicalhomestead.com or andalehomestead.com.
Yeah.
But girl, this has been fabulous. I'm the 30-minute girl. We've been on here an hour and a half. It's one.
Yes, ma'am. So it's time to go, and I need to go get dinner started. I was all day. I said yesterday I ain't doing nothing, nothing, and then I ended up making cinnamon rolls.
Oh gosh.
I was like,
Well,
oh
thank you
my
all
god.
so
So
much. I've got new it is Serenity Salt Soak that you get a little spoon with your jar, which is
yes,
fun. It's got some really soothing qualities in there. And then the other new product is the black cumin seed body butter, which is
okay.
super cool. And Bobby and Cherie have so many wonderful things, and
But you sell your calendula oil.
I have calendula oil in big and little. I've got a roll on. It's right here.
I got a roll on in my
Yeah,
pocket.
it's the roll on that I carry around with me. Yeah, I carry it around with me in my pocketbook or my purse or anything. And there's a special if you get both of them on there. Um, there's a special if you get both together, and it is free shipping. So go check out Andale Homestead. That
Do
would
you
be.
still have pushers,
I do. I didn't know if I
Uncle
wanted to
Wayne
talk about
pushers?
Uncle Wayne's pushers and spoons, but I have some wonderful handmade, hand carved spoons that Uncle Wayne has made, and he has allowed me to share with you. These are limited items. And they will be going away because he doesn't make them anymore. But I have quite a few different types. Everyone is different because they're all handmade. So they're all different. And I've got, oh, don't fall. But they're not all this size. There's some long ones and some short ones. I just put out a short. Where can I order? At andalehomestead.com. andalehomestead.com. Go
Yep.
check out. And now, mind you, I've got 10 different types of spoons on the website, spoons or pushers or, um, you know, uh, all kinds of kitchen utensils. And it might not be exactly like the picture, like this one it might be dark here and light here
Hmm.
or there vice versa kind of thing. It might not be exactly, it's going to be the same size and basically the same shape, but you can't put every single one of them individually up there because then it would be so confusing.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, too
I
many.
think most people don't mind because they are all so beautiful and hand carved. And when they are hand carved, it's impossible to make it the same each time.
Right.
So I think most people understand that, and they'll appreciate the fact that they have a one
Yeah.
of a kind, because all of them are one of a kind.
Yeah. Each one is individual, and it's a real treasure for me.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
but yeah,
Oh,
so thank you.
thank you. So make sure y'all check out Andale Homestead. You can find Andale. We are not Pyro Granny anymore, right? We are just
No,
Andale Homestead across all platforms.
Sheree, I have to tell you something funny, and I'll tell everybody else out there. I mean, it kind of eludes the illusion of a content creator, but I put a little short out on TikTok today,
I
and I
saw.
had some Christmas music behind it. The
Mhm,
one that you saw had Christmas music, did it? I hope.
I think so.
Okay. Well, you would remember because the first one that I put, I don't know, I'm a button pusher and I don't always know exactly what I'm doing. But somehow this other background that had a woman's voice that was not mine that said, I'm crazy. I'm brilliant. I'm anointed. I
What?
don't know where that came from. I have no idea how it showed up on the video, and then I couldn't figure out how to get the doggone thing off.
So you just
I
deleted it.
couldn't delete it. I couldn't, and it couldn't figure it out. It was hilarious.
So
So
I joined Lemon 8. I'm so silly. Um Andel, you can find Andel across all platforms at Andel Homestead.
yeah,
Even her website is Andel
Homestead.
com,
Yeah,
andelhomestead.com.
yeah,
So make sure y'all check Andel out. Black's Tropical, you can find us across all platforms at
absolutely.
blackstropical.com, Black's Tropical Homestead, and Bobby and Sherry Lifestyle. But we
Yes.
just joined Lemonade. And somebody kept saying, oh, y'all should check out Lemonade. It's like Pinterest, which I have no clue what Pinterest is.
Oh, Pinterest is
Um,
amazing. What? Wait, wait, wait. Now, because you and I, we speak Southern, but you need to say it slowly. Lemon eight or
lemon, lemon 8.
lemon eight.
The number 8, because I kept looking for lemonade and I said, I don't know. Somebody told me lemonade and I cannot find lemonade. And Bobby was like, did you ever check out Lemon 8? And I was like, I couldn't find it and I don't have time. And then
Right.
I said, oh, it's Lemon 8, not
Yeah.
lemonade. So we are across all platforms.
Yeah. That's really cool. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, yeah.
I use
So
Pinterest.
lemonade something new, but I don't know. We'll see. I did drop a almond milk video yesterday. We was gonna call it. I don't know if it's almond milk or almond juice. I call it almond juice
I
because
thought it was hilarious. It was a
yeah,
good one. That was a
yeah.
good
So
one.
that was a little fun, but yeah, definitely check us out. And again, our website also is blackstropical.com. We usually ship out, both of us, Andel and Black Tropical, usually ship out within 3 days. Most of the time,
Yes.
within a day or two, we got your orders going out. But definitely within 72 hours, your order will go out.
Yes. If we're
So hopefully,
home and it's any way possible whatsoever, it doesn't take any time at all.
don't
Usually.
waste your time, Christina. I mean, I don't even know how to TikTok a whole lot. Like, we tried TikTok a week ago, and Bobby got us put in jail quick. So it ain't for her.
Girl, I think I mean, somebody took over. I am crazy. I am brilliant. I am anointed.
Yeah, TikTok is a whole new ball game, and we were just Bobby was getting all type of red flags. It was
Oh,
like he said they restricted our life. They what? And he just kept talking, and all these red flags were popping up, and he was like, "What is that? What is that saying? Why did they do that?" And I'm just like, "Oh my god!" So I wouldn't do TikTok, but
we learn
yeah,
as we go. I play over there a little bit. I
yeah.
just play. I don't.
So
I
if
don't.
you want the soursop fruit, I would say check out Robert is Here. Robert is Here, Here, down in Homestead, Florida. Sometime, most of the time, he do ship his soursop fruit. We
Okay.
sell soursop tea blends, so we do have soursop leaves that we grow.
And I
and
have some of theirs, and
lemon.
it is amazing. You really should check out
Yeah,
their
yep.
soursop tea.
But the fruit you I know Robert is here does ship. I'm not sure if it's all the time. So I
Yeah.
used to be subscribed before other phone was hacked. Um,
Oh,
we appreciate you
I'm sorry, Christy. That seems to happen to a lot of
a
us.
lot. Yeah, so definitely be careful. You know, this is a season. We in a season, y'all. It
Woo!
is the holidays. We've been hacked and chopped and whatever else, but it's okay. What we refuse to do is let anybody steal our joy. So
That's right.
we understand just being here and watching and subscribing and sharing it out and commenting is support in itself. So we definitely understand you. We have been totally demonetized on Facebook, but it's all right. We're gonna keep pushing because this information that we put out, we think it is very important to be able to help people.
That's
Um,
right.
yes, our soap come in bars.
Oh my gosh, Kristen, you will love it. Get the blue butterfly and the honey tea. Honey soap.
Yes,
Wonderful.
and
It's
they'll love that soap.
I do. I just ordered 4 more bars, just the other day, and I'm giving 3 of them away for or 3 bars. I'm giving 2 of them away for Christmas presents.
Good, good. Yes, still in control. So it's all right. We're going to keep having these conversations because most of all, we want all of you well. And we can do this long as we trust in the Lord
That's right.
and learn how to take these herbs and what we do with these plants. I got weeds growing everywhere, but they have definitely helped change our lives. And we look at things a whole lot different now.
That's
So
right.
do your research. Again, this was just conversation and not to tell you what to do because we cannot give medical advice. So
Right.
definitely do your research and everything we talked about. But check out Andell
Yeah, thank you. And check
and
out
bless
my
y'all.
tropical hopes.
Y'all have a blessed day. I'm gonna let Andell end this because she always gotta end the lives.
That's awesome. So the Lord says, I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They're plans for good and not to harm you. They're plans for hope and a future. We love you all, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank y'all so much. We love y'all and happy holidays if we don't see you before then.
Yes.